Dejounte Murray and Trae Young are a freaking duo, okay? I love the Atlanta Hawks. This team's like 9 deep. They got off the bench. Okay, the starting lineup, John Collins, Clint Capella, DeAndre Hunter, John Collins, and Dejounte Murray and Trae Young, and Clint Capella, that's the five. Then you got Onyeka Okongwu, Aaron Holiday, Justin Holiday. All right. Those three guys, that's already real nice. Bogdanovich. All right. The Atlanta Hawks, I think, are a better team. They're like 8, 9 players deep already in their rotation. And I honestly think this is a team that's done a lot better than I think most people want to think. I mean, DeJounte's averaging 25, Trae's averaging 22. DeJounte's he's grabbed like 8 rebounds. I know this is all through one game, okay? One game. This is all we saw. 25 points, 22 goods, 17, 16, 16. Like, Aaron Holiday looks good. I really think you look at this, you got the two Holiday brothers, Onyeka, Bogdan. That's your 9-man rotation, okay? And then you still have Jalen Johnson. If he can be healthy, maybe he'll make an impact as a second-year player. Or will it be like Frank Kaminsky and Chris Sylvia to be the 10th guy? And it seems like right now, in terms of minutes, the way they played it, the way the team played, I think it seems like they barely played Tyson Etienne, Chris Sylvia, and AJ Griffin. Tyrese Martin got more minutes than all of them. Frank Kaminsky, out of all the bench guys, it seems like Frank Kaminsky could be the 10th guy. But yeah, I think this team looks freaking unstoppable. They have two guys who are going to be basically, I know Trae Young could be like playing a different role this year in terms of Trae could be playing a lot more off the ball. Or even, DeJounte could also be the one off the ball, but I really just look at this team and I'm just like, this is a good squad. Like, this squad can do a lot more than most people are thinking. And I personally think, did you guys like that burp? But I personally just think this is a team that they spent the offseason trying to get as many defensive-minded players as possible. And they're trying to build a defensive culture, and I think that's something people are overlooking, the fact that they're trying to build this system where I think people understand that defense is king and what they're trying to do. So that's where I want to hear your guys' thoughts down below. Do you guys agree with me that that's what it seems like the system that they're building here is defense around Trae Young, because they have the offensive firepower needed to be a good team. All they need now is the defense, and that's what they've lacked for the past few years. So I think this is something that they're definitely doing. Maybe I'm just being stupid, but I just feel like that's clearly what they're trying to do because it's in their best interest. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm thinking about that wrong, but I also think that with the Atlanta Hawks, Onyeka Okongwu by the end of the year, because he's younger and he just fits what they're trying to do future-wise. I think Okongwu could replace Capella. I don't think Capella will be traded this season, but Capella could be a off-season casualty to the fact that someone like our man, I don't know, maybe I'm thinking about this too much, but I think it's just something that people aren't thinking about. And I don't know, I definitely like the idea of Clint in the starting lineup because it gives them more two-way ability, okay? Just the running up, just basically going up and down the floor. I think it would just be way more entertaining with Clint. And Clint, if you look at the defensive stats, Clint is one of their best defenders for over the past 2 years. And plus Onyeka. I'm so sorry. I said Clint for the last 2 seconds, but Clint, I just think he's ineffective. And by the end of the year, he's not going to be able to stay in the starting lineup. But Onyeka, he's one of their better defenders over the last few years. Shout out Aaron Barton. He told me a stat. It was Onyeka Okongwu had a defensive rating close to Draymond Green at part of the season. So, and I know Draymond Green is such a high standard to compare to, and that's the defensive rating is a very skewed stat. So I know it's not something you live or die by, but I think it's something to take into consideration and to really gauge an idea of Onyeka is a really good player. Playing off of Draymond, playing off the Draymond Green thing, you see how much of effect Draymond Green has on the Golden State Warriors. Now imagine this team having, Onyeka, I think, has a possibility of being like a better scorer than Draymond. And I'm not even comparing them. They're not even the same player at all. So, but having Onyeka play off of Trae Young and Dejounte Murray, it allows us to be able to view this as a team that could run so many pick and rolls with Onyeka and even John Collins. And then that way you just keep doing that. And then when you don't have the pick and rolls, you just go out there and you literally just shoot threes by driving kicks. I just think it's way better than people are imagining. And this is like a really good team.